What's happening? You know what it is. BSG, Black Star Guidance. You know who it is. Black Star. Thank y'all for coming back. It's a beautiful Monday out. You know, call it Manifest Mondays. I hope you're doing that manifesting with the purest intentions. You know, before I jump into it though, I hope you guys have hit that like button and subscribe button for me. It helps me out tremendously. And then also, if you haven't, you can also follow me on Instagram at Black Star Guidance. You can also follow me on my personal page at CEEOH_BSP. And you can also follow me on TikTok if you like to as well. And that's the same as my personal page, Instagram, CEEOH_BSP. Anywho, just gonna dive right into it, you know. Subject matter that brought me here today for y'all is, you know, something for me along my journey has, you know, helped really uncover a lot of, you know, truths around me, and most importantly, truths within myself, in order for me to be firmly grounded and cemented in, you know, the truths of who I am and you know, what I'm here to do, etc., etc. And that is not being afraid to, you know, shake them family roots, man. Shake the family tree. And you know what I mean by that is, you know, you really gotta look into your family history. Look into, you know, just the whole dynamic of your family. I've spoken about this before, periodically through, you know, my videos, just about, you know, the things that you get told as a child, you know, the limitations that you get, you know, put through as a child, you know, that limiting belief system that, you know, develops pretty much in the home. You know, that's really something important to really look at and delve at. Like, you know, for me personally, like, I'm not gonna get into, again, too much detail. I'm just gonna tell you, you know, more or less the benefits of me going through my family tree, you know, shaking my family tree. Like, it has been tough, you know. It's been hard. It's been hard to, you know, uncover some of the things that I've uncovered within my, you know, shaking of the family tree. Like, there ain't no hard way. I mean, there ain't no easy way to get around that. You know what I mean? It is what it is. There's some hard, like, cold, you know, cold shit that have been implemented within, you know, some of the foundations and root structures of the family dynamic, you know, my family dynamic. And it's taken a great deal of time, you know, just to climb that mountain and really understand my positioning and who I am and what I am and the power that I hold, you know what I mean, within, again, shaking that tree, man. It's about breaking generational curses, breaking generational cycles. That's what shaking the tree is about. And that's the only way that you could truly unlock and embrace who you are as a person. You know, like I said, I've uncovered a lot of, you know, truths. Some hurtful truths, some truths that were hurtful when it happened, but then in hindsight, you know, it's a blessing in disguise, you know what I mean? And some where it's just like, okay, I kind of expected that, you know what I mean? I kind of figured this, or, you know, I kind of assumed this. But in no way, shape, or form is it, you know, me bashing where I've come from, and, you know, in discovering the things around me and the way things have gone, you know, the family structural wise. You can't blame anyone, really, you know, because you got to understand, again, that whatever limitations were set upon you were the same limitations that was passed on your parents. You know what I mean? And so on and so on and so on and so on. And we become byproducts of just, you know what I mean, family traditions and shit, man, you know. And these traditions don't even necessarily be good traditions, but we just do it because, you know what I mean, that's our family. Like, you know what I mean? Seriously, be real and look at your surroundings. Look at your family structure. You know? How many people around you is married? How many people around you aren't married? How many people around you have a positive outlook about relationships? How many people around you have a positive outlook about life? How many people around you do you know and can feel and see and genuinely sense that they are genuinely happy with their life? How many people are you around that you can genuinely sense that they fronting that they happy about their life? You know, these is all real questions that can start to, you know, crack the layers of, you know, being able to look at things and peel back that layer of truth. You know what I mean? Shake them branches, man. Shake the tree. They say the apple don't fall far from the tree, but you can rewrite that. You don't have to be anything that your family is, but you got to be willing to address what you don't like about things and make those changes within you. It doesn't make sense for you to, you know, argue about things with family. I mean, of course, if situations present themselves for you to where you have to, you know, speak your truth and address situations and address people, do so, but do so with, you know, grace, compassion, dignity, you know, self-respect for you. You don't respect anyone that doesn't respect you, but have enough respect for yourself to not ever put yourself in a situation where you're going over the edge. You know, whatever the edge is for you, you find that lining. But, you know, just keep it moving. Other than that, learn what you need to learn, discover what you need to discover, and, you know, really make those changes as a person to help evolve, you know, because what you do, what you break free from, the generational curses and, you know what I mean, paradigms that you shift through in a positive fashion, what you do is you help your children. You help change, honestly, the family dynamic. It may not be as instantaneous, but you are definitely going to leave an impression. You know, you are definitely going to leave a blueprint for people if, you know, that's what they really want in their life, you know? And within, you know, again, you shaking that family tree, it's going to be people that don't like that you shaking the family tree, you know? I can tell you that firsthand. With me shaking this family tree and stepping into who I am, it threatens so much of my family. It threatens so much of my lineage, you know what I'm saying? For the people that don't want it to be put out there like that. It threatens that. And I've gotten all types of shit, you know, thrown in my way to try and stop me from, you know, keeping going, keeping ascension, keeping pushing through generational curses, one curse at a time, you know? And some of the people that you're gonna have to walk away from in order for you to truly evolve and truly grow, it's gonna blow your fucking mind. It's gonna blow your mind. And then it's gonna hurt. And then you're gonna be upset. And then you're gonna learn, hopefully, from it. And then you're gonna grow. And then you ain't gonna even be worried about it no more, because you're gonna understand why it took place. That's where I'm at after all the things that, you know, has transpired on the family level for me. At first I was all these things, but, you know, it just turns into, I'm not finna be mad about it because I know the real. I know what it's really about. And what it's really about is trying to impede me from going. It's trying to stop me from understanding my gifts, my powers, you know what I mean? Who I am, my role in this life. You have a divine role. You have gifts. You have an importance within your family dynamic. And if you're here watching these videos, it's because you are supposed to be continuing on and pushing on, regardless how hard it may seem, and continue breaking these generational curses for your family. Because you're the chosen one within your bloodline. Period. Period, point blank. And the only way to find that truth out, though, is you got to be willing to shake that family tree. Shake it. And shake it hard. And then once you shake it, step back and watch the apples that fall. Step back and watch the people that don't want you to shake that tree. And even beyond that, watch the people that don't support you shake the tree. You know what I mean? That sit back and just watch from afar, but keep going with the same rigors of what they've been trained, you know, not catching on. Those are things in lessons within those. And you gotta be willing to let go, you know? You gotta be willing to walk away, you know? It's a challenging thing, but everybody has a role, you know what I mean? And your role, as well as your family's role, you know, depending on who, what, where, and the circumstances and the situations, man, there's people placed within your structure that are there to block you. And your job is to figure those things out, because within those things, you unlock something new within yourself. You unlock another gift. You unlock another strength. You gain more clarity about, you know, just again, who you are. Just what you are. Just what you're about. You know, like, it's, for me, like, you know, I really don't want to, you know, so I'm trying to figure out ways to talk about it, but not like even go into detail about that though at all. Like, that's something that, you know, I just want to keep to myself. You know, it's going to be things on your journey that you really just want to keep to yourself too. But like, in order for me to, like, I don't know, like, in order for me to really be able to convey what I'm saying, I feel like I kind of do have to, but I'm gonna try to not, and just give a little bit of an example though. Like, I know my gifts. I access them, and, you know, I communicate with people, certain people, about it. You know what I mean? But it's open. It's not like I'm hiding the communication that I'm expressing. You know, it's on TikTok. If you go to my TikTok, I say a lot of shit on my TikTok. A lot of shit about, you know, my experiences, my journey, on top of, you know, my little quick hitter tidbits and whatnot. But you get people that watch you, you know, within your family, man. If you already on social media and you already got, you know what I mean, family attached to it, you get people watching you, and you get people doing funny shit, you know, to try and deter you from doing what you're doing. That's kind of what happened to me, you know what I mean? Had some little, you know, trolls. I had some trolls. And, you know what I mean? It's funny because you really start to get it. You really start to see the you know what I mean, the spite. You know what I mean? You really start to see the positioning of who people are, even though they're your freaking blood, man. Blood don't have nothing to do with the intent of a person. Blood don't have nothing to do with the heart of a person. That could be your auntie, but your auntie don't give a damn about you. It could be your cousin, and your cousin don't give a damn about you. You know, it could be your sister, and your sister don't give a damn about you. It could be your brother, and your brother don't give a damn about you. Your uncle, and they don't give a damn about you, so on and so forth. They only in it for what they can get from you out of the situation. If you're a people pleaser, that will most definitely apply to you. You're gonna get sucked dry because they know that that's what type of person you are. For me personally, that's me. I was a people pleaser. So in turn, I would get sucked dry from people and not get anything in return. You know what I mean? But the shaft, or I got an attitude because when I needed something, I couldn't get it. And now, you know what I mean? Maybe I'm in my feelings about the shit because damn, I really needed you. Now I don't need you. Now I'm not going to ask you for anything. Now I don't want anything. And because I took that stance, now I'm acting funny or I got an attitude. No, I just learned. I learned I can't depend on you. So you're gonna get mad at me because I'm not depending on you anymore? What do you mean? It's so many dynamics in it. It's so many things that trigger you. It's so many things that are going to try to trigger you that, you know, you just have to remain focused that once you start shaking that family tree, it's going to be a lot of shit that you unprepared for, but you have to still be prepared for it. Because if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Pretty much, that's the mentality. Not knowing what could happen, not preparing yourself for the worst, but also preparing yourself for the worst. Being prepared for the worst, but preparing most definitely for the best outcome. Being aware in how to emotionally, mentally, and physically, if need be, navigate yourself out of situations that potentially are trying to bring you down, cause harm, drain your energy, etc., etc. It's a technique that you have to really, you know, develop within yourself of understanding and being aware of. Again, once you start shaking that family tree and once you start to begin to identify the chess pieces within this, you know what I'm saying, game, you will really start to see that to break it down, the things and the situations that are going on around you, they're not chess, they're checkers. You are the person that needs to learn how to play chess so that you be pretty much on a whole different board. You're playing a whole different game, but you're sitting back and watching these people, these situations present themselves and try and show themselves to deter you, but you already know that there are going to be situations that try to deter you, and therefore, because you are playing a totally different game that involves a higher degree of understanding in the moves that you're making, that I've said, like, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. I hope you understand the parallel that I'm trying to draw for it in regards to, you know, shaking that family tree and the oppositions and the situations that you're going to encounter within standing your ground and shaking that family tree. If you really are serious about discovering your true self, within discovering your true self, it's going to be a lot of things within your family that you have to discover in order for you to fully embrace who you are, period. So, you know, that was just something I wanted to put out there for y'all. Nothing too heavy, but, you know, again, something that is serious. You know, you take it that way, it's serious. Something that, you know, you really do need to pay attention to. Even if you ain't on, you know, again, a spiritual quest, you're just trying to become a better person, that's still going to help you become a better person. Because it's going to help you break down and analyze behaviors of yourself as well as the people around you. And it's going to help you correlate where you get some of these, you know, behaviors from. Where you've adapted some of these outlooks and things from, you know what I mean? It's real in the field. It really makes a difference. It really does. It really has an impact. So, you know me, I'm just putting the bug in your ear. Y'all think about it though. I love y'all. Y'all be blessed. Peace.